Don't go anywhere, somebody. The next powerful, dynamic, electrifying speaker is on the scene. Shalom. And give that brother, man, a mighty, mighty rounds of applause, man. He taught our sister mighty through the Spirit, man. And first of all, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Hamashiach Malak Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the only begotten Father, right? And Yahweh Shai being the Son. Hey, sister, hey, so what you think about your new heritage? Right, the one that you never knew you had. Did you know that the Most High said that was going to happen to his chosen people? But do you know why it happened? Did the brother explain that to you? Give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Right, because at the end of the day, give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. It was because we were disobedient. Right? Give me the book of Ezekiel 7 and 2. Right? Because there was a reason why all these things happened to us. And now that the Most High is opening this thing back up to us, we got to come to him wholeheartedly. Go ahead, King. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage. What's that with his sister? Shall discontinue from thine heritage. What's going to happen to all the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? Shall discontinue from their heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies. What we gonna cause? To serve thy enemies. What we gonna do? Serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? Because we didn't know this land. Like the brother said, the Most High had a favorite people. The Most High had a favorite land, right? So his favorite land, his people was made in the favorite land, right? So because we did things that wasn't complementary to the Most High ways, hey, the Most High punishes, man, right? Hey, bring out this Ezekiel first. Go ahead, King. Ezekiel 7 and 2. Yep, 7 and 2. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 2. Also, thou son of man, thus said the Lord God unto the land of Israel, and in that end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee. What are you gonna do? I will send my anger upon thee. The Most High sent his anger upon us. Why? Because we was disobedient. Like if you had any children, right? And you told your children, when I get off work, I want you to have the dishes washed. I want you to have the kitchen and the living room clean. And then they don't have it. Are you going to reward them? Can they push the Maserati to school? No, you're not. So you're going to punish them. Go ahead, King. I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways. What did he say? I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thy abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee. What did he say? And my eyes shall not spare thee. So the Most High's eyes didn't spare us. Even though everybody say the Most High is all love, right? He's all hugs, he's all kisses, but he ain't spared. Right? Because why? Because our wickedness. Right? Give me the book of Ezekiel 12 and 25. Go ahead, King. My eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abomination shall be in the midst of thee. And abomination shall be in the midst of you, right? Because the Most High don't like abominations. Right? Bring this out, King. And I'm gonna get to it. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 25. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the words that I shall speak shall come to pass. Right? Because hey, when we disobedient, right? When he say he gonna do something based off of your actions, hey, it's gonna come to pass. The Most High will never lie. Go ahead, King. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, said the Lord God. And he performed it, right? How do you know he performed it? How do you know he performed it? Because like the brother said, you Israel, but it's a specific way you know you Israel. Right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy 20 and 15. Go ahead, King. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments. There's some of them. To do all his commandments. That's the great two. To do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day. He gave us an option. Which I commanded thee this day upon Slakia, and overtake Slakia, which I come upon thee this day, that all these curses, all these good things, that all these curses, all these great things, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? So like the brother said, blessing and curses, right? So is a curse a good or bad thing? A bad thing, right? So let's hear this first curse. And let's see who fits this curse, right? Because you said you Israel, but now let's start reading these curses and see what the Most High God said was going to happen to Israel. We'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Satan trying to take the word away, sister. But don't let him take it away. Right? Continue to learn your heritage. Right? All praise to the Most High, man. Right, Khan. Go ahead, King.
Verse 16. Cursed shall I be in the city.
What did he say?
Cursed shall I be in the city. And cursed shall I be in the field.
So what nation of people that we know is cursed in the city? Who got to worry about a routine traffic stop? Who got to worry about if they get asked for their license and registration, they might not go home at the end of the night? African Americans, right? But what about the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, right? Which would be like the Zebionites, you know what I'm saying? Which are the Central Americans, the Puerto Ricans, right? The Cubans. How about them? If they get pulled over in a routine traffic stop, you think they're gonna make it home? You think it's a possibility they get killed? You think they go through the same thing we go through? Have you ever been on YouTube? Have you ever checked out how they living in their respective places? The jail systems? Have you ever saw that? It's bad, it's terrible, check it out. And in the fields, the cotton fields, the tobacco fields, the watermelon fields, the cherry fields, tomato fields. Who's living bad there? Who works in those places? Is it so-called white man? Japanese? Chinese? You think they're there? No. It's the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Read 54. Watch this.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
What did that sound like? Did that sound like black on black crime? He said his eyes will be evil. What happened if somebody step on your Jordans? Could it cause possibly a fight? Shooting? Have you ever saw somebody get robbed for their Jordans? Tell me when the last time you saw a so-called white man get robbed for a pair of Jordans from another white man. I'll wait. You don't see it. What about a Japanese? Japanese, did Moab come and say, Tong Wong Wong, give me those Jordans? You ain't never saw it, have you? But hey, but so-called black man, it happens all the time. Right? Go ahead, King.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
Does that sound like domestic violence? Does that sound like domestic violence? Who has the highest rate of domestic violence? Yeah, so-called black men. Ray Rice, right, and a plethora of other brothers, right? He said, I shall be evil towards their wife. What else?
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
He's gonna stay.
Which he shall leave.
I raised both my parents.
Which he shall leave.
Would you raise both your parents? See, that was a curse, right there in Deuteronomy. But he said it was gonna happen to the Israelites. He said the Israelites heard this curse. Right, so jump down to 68. Give me Judah 5 and 11. Right, and I know the brother already brought it out, but I just want to reinforce that we the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Right, go ahead, King.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So I know you went to the school. You went to the so-called Christian school, right? So what was the Israelites doing in Egypt? Was they free? Or was Moses kind of freeing them from something? Right, what was they doing? He said, let my people what? Go, right? So they kind of sound like they was what?